If you forgot, I was going to do my YouTube video, then you're sorely mistaken. Hi there, guys. Welcome back to the Deal Wolf channel, where I do my exclusive YouTube video haul video. Always good time. Always good to see everybody having a great grand old time. I took the 2 weeks, including this one, of just finding books and stuff like that. So I'm making a big batch of books so everybody can see them. So, all right. This first, let's dive right into these books. Okay. First of all, this store that I always go to is in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. Again, killer prices on his stuff. Killer prices on his stuff. Um, all his books, 5, 10, 15, 20, are $2. Then he takes an extra 50% off of the $2, making it $1. And this is what I found. So again, let's dive into this deep, and glad you're along for the ride. Okay, we're going to go with Captain America 244. Thought it was a good looking cap. Nice. Al Mil seems like Frank and Al worked on this, so that's always a good thing. um, what I want to say about this, like I said, good looking cover, was in nice shape for $1. I couldn't pass it up. Captain America 244. Now this book, I got real pumped for. Really pumped for. This is, even though it's in terrible shape, it's still key. This is Fantastic Four 185. This is the first appearance of Nicholas Scratch. Yeah, for $1. Yeah, yes, please, and thank you. Anyway, Nicholas Scratch. Like I said, Agatha's son. So that's the best I can tell you. He's been getting used in a lot of media. The game I play, Marvel Snap. He's actually a card in there, and I think used in a couple other mobile games slash maybe one of the Lego games. I don't know. But I can tell you, I'm so psyched to get this. Hopefully, maybe I come across one that I can upgrade in the near future. This is Fantastic Four 185, the first appearance of Nicholas Scratch. All right, I'm super pumped about this one because I don't have this one. Infinity Crusade #6. Um, what can I tell you? Ron art. Uh, great, great story. If you never read the Gauntlet, the War, or the Crusades, I highly recommend that. I really highly recommend that. Ron art, just the best. Like I said, unfortunately, I didn't have this one. Hopefully, I got this whole completed. So, again, Infinity Crusade for $1. Yes, please. Up next, this is a first appearance a lot of people don't know about. This is Marvel 2-in-1 Annual #7. This is the first appearance of the Champion. Now, with the Champion, with the thing at Champion was holding an Infinity Stone. I forget which one, but he was holding one. And that's what drove me to this. And he was in a mobile game called Contest of Champions. So, 2 for 1. Like I said, if you see this in the dollar bin, pick it up for $1. First appearance of Champions, Marvel 2-in-1 Annual 7. And I got it for $1. Moving on, The Man Called Nova, #6, #20. I forget if there was any significance to this issue. I just needed it for my run. There was just to plug some holes into my Nova series. Again, Nova #20. Pick this up for $1. Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. All right. Next is Spectacular Spider-Man 258. Now, I believe they did a bunch of covers with all these Spider-Man identities when he was wanted. So there was one for Amazing, which was Ricochet. There's one for Spectacular Prodigy. I think Web would be Dusk, and I forget the other. I forget the Spider-Man one. But this kind of introduces the Slinger series that they had when Peter was cleared of all those charges. So again, cool looking cover. Prodigy. I don't think it's the first appearance of Prodigy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, Spectacular Spider-Man 258. Great looking Prodigy cover for $1. Now here's something you don't see too many of, and actually needed this for my collection. Spider Woman 48. I believe this is the first appearance of Gypsy Moss. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, Again, picked it up for $1. Needed it because I'm trying to complete the Spider Woman run. Uh, some of the ones on the end, they can usually get really scarce and pricey, if you know what I mean. And I already have 49 and I have 50, so basically 48 for $1. Couldn't pass that up. There, folks, couldn't pass that up. Spider Woman 48. Believe first appearance of Gypsy Mops. I don't know. Okay. All right. Batman Dark Victory. Number 13. This is the last of the second series in the Calendar Man saga. Great story by Jeff Loeb. Great art by Jeff Loeb, who I mean not Jeff Loeb. I mean Tim Sale. Sorely missed within the community. Sorely missed. So, yeah, I picked this up for $1. Good, goodbye for $1. Batman Dark Victory number 13. Picked this up for this would probably be my last one I picked up at the store for $1 is Lobo 3 of the 4 miniseries, just for $1. I pick them up. I mean, if it's cheap, I pick them up. I mean, I have the whole series of it, and it's great. But I like to pick them up now and again. So Lobo three of the fourth series. So we're gonna get into the big book I picked up that week. So we'll get into that in 3, 2, 1. Ha 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 ha. My other friend who has a store close to Lewisburg. He bought a collection of books that someone was just gonna try to get rid of, throw them away in the junk pile to never be seen again. And this guy was visiting, and he said, "No, no, 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 no. Let me." Because what happened is a guy rented the place and he skipped out on rent. He left a bunch of comic books. The lady who owned the apartment was gonna throw him out. Guy came in there, stepped in there, and said, "Hey, let me just go down to my buddies and check check to see if he wants them." My buddy shelled out some cash for him, gave the woman some of back her money that the guy owed her. So this is I believe a Scorpion exclusive comic. Friday Night Spidey #1, done by probably one of my favorite Spider-Man cover artists, Gabriel Dell'Otto. Man, it is slick. It is crisp. I can't be more happy for this. He gave me a break. I paid about 14 for this, but yeah, it is a good looking exclusive cover by Dell'Otto. I love Dell'Otto covers. So again, Friendly Neighborhood Spidey #1, Dell'Otto Scorpion Comics exclusive cover. Can't beat that. So we're gonna get in today. We're gonna get in today's buys. I went to State College, Pennsylvania, home of the Nittany Lions, home of the recently fired James Franklin. If I made you mad, I made you mad. You know what I'm saying? But I went there, and a friend of mine who was setting up, he had some books, and I spent a good hour there picking some books out. I got some books for 50 cents. I got some books for $1, and I got some bigger books as well. So stay tuned to the end and see what I got. So let's start it off with some Deadpool. Despicable Deadpool 287. I believe I paid 50 cents for this. Okay. I know some people like Deadpool, so like I said, 50 cents for Deadpool. I'll buy that all day, every day. Uh, we go into 291 of Despicable Deadpool. Again, paid 50 cents for it. Not a big deal. I know a guy who likes Deadpool, so maybe I'll pawn that off on him. So, okay, and the last Deadpool, Deadpool number 5. I think this is like the 6th or 7th series of that. Again, picked it up for 50 cents. Good buy. Always a good buy for them. Picked this up for 50 cents. This is Nightmare number 1. He actually had a little bit of a mini series where he became human for a little bit. It's a creepy ass cover. I'll tell you that. And well, it is Halloween, so tis the season to be scary. Anyway, again, I never owned this one. I've always I've always passed on it, but I guess 50 cents was the right price for this book. So I picked up. I believe it could be a good read. I hope so. Nightmare, 50 cents all day. All right, we get into another 50 cents. Now we're getting into some of the books my business partner likes to pick up. So we get into Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers number 2 for 50 cents. Number 3 for 50 cents. Again, pretty good covers on those Chip 'n Dales. And number 6, I believe I paid $1 for this one. This is the only one I paid $1 for. So not bad, not bad. So we're getting into the dollar stuff. So hang on here, and we're gonna start off with another one. Power Man Iron Fist number 60. I thought it was a cool looking cover. I never saw it before, so for $1, come pass that up. The last issue of Marvel 2-in-1. Marvel 2-in-1 100. Thing and Ben Grimm. I never read it. I think I want to read it. It seems like a decent read. You can't go wrong with that. So it might be a little bent up or something like that, but hey, it's good enough. Yeah. So Marvel 2-in-1 Thing and Ben Grimm. All right, Captain America 200. Don't get this wrong. This is a low grade quality one. I have to check it with my the one I currently have. So again, for $1, come pass that up. Fantastic Four 237. Again, bought it for $1. It's got a little bit of writing on it, not too much, but it's good enough for $1. Exiles number 1. I think there's a first appearance in here. I think it's the old Miss Marvel. It's the old Miss Marvel. So pick this up for $1. Okay. Good enough, you know what I'm saying? Pat me on the back. Anyway, the last issue of Marvel Fanfare number 60. Very hard to find book. He had a higher grade one for I think 12 or a 10 or 12. So this is not a bad book to find if you can find it. It's got Black Panther and Rogue on it. A double whammy, you know what I'm saying? But I picked this up for $1. pretty happy with that one. We're getting into the DC's Secret Origins number 22. The story about the Manhunters. Always like those characters in the DC. They're different. I'll just put it that way. So, Secret Origins 22, Manhunters. Uh, Heroes Against Hunger, great Neil Adams cover. A lot of people usually have this book, but I didn't have this book, so I might keep this for myself. Again, great Neil Adams cover. Batman, Superman, Lex Luthor. And Lex is the conscious of the group, so I'm guessing. So, Heroes Against Hunger special for $1. All right, Faces of Evil, number 1, Prometheus. I believe this is the second. I think they did a one beforehand, like New Year's Evil or something like that. This is his second one shot. So, yeah, interesting character. I can't wait to read him. So, that's a good one. Wrath of the First Lanterns, part 9, Green Lantern 19. I believe this is the premonition where they yell for Jessica Cruz. So it's sort of kind of like the cameo of Jessica Cruz, but it's a hand Jessica. So, all right, for $1, couldn't pass that up. All right, Secret Six, number 5. This is the Harley Quinn variant for $1. Again, can't pass that up for $1. Oh, it's good time. It's good time. Let's see if this still works. This is Spectre 8. What's great about this book is, let me see if I can shut the lights off. Oh, nope, I can't. Won't see. It's glow in the dark. If it was stronger, it would glow in the dark. So this is Spectre number 8. This is a glow in the dark cover. Pretty neat when you shut the lights off with this one. Spectre 8 for $1. We're getting into some of my business partners' books. Phantom Force number 0. I pick them up when I can for him. Some of the older stuff. So yeah, Phantom Force 0. I think this is a Jack Kirby cover. Yeah, Jack Kirby with Jim Lee inks. So always good. Always good. Yeah. Aliens 3 number 3 of 3. Picked it up for $1. Been putting some freaky stuff together, so Aliens free for $1. I picked that up. Okay, this is one of the things I picked up. I couldn't believe I picked up for $1. This is Moonstruck number 1. This is the gold. This is the gold variant that they come out with. I think it was the one per store, one per copy. Yeah. If you like Moonstruck, it's human animals, humans. It's a pretty neat series. But, getting the gold one is a lot harder to find. So, but yeah, this is Moonstruck number 1. If you like this, Moonstruck number 1, gold edition. Pretty nice. All right, we're getting into the last books. I couldn't believe I found these. Now, these next couple books here were priced, but they had 20% off. So I got 20% off of each book here that I show you next. This is Arachnophobia, the official movie adaptation. This movie is probably the only horror type movie I ever saw as a kid. Scared the crap out of me when the Queen Spider came on thing. I could probably watch it now and just laugh at it, but yeah, this movie freaked me to freak out on spiders. So yeah, this is Arachnophobia, the official movie adaptation for $6 plus 20% off. So all right, Luke Cage, Hero for Hire, number 8. I believe this is the first meeting between Luke Cage and, I believe, Doctor Doom. So this is always a good thing when somebody meets somebody for the first time. So yeah, at $6 plus 20% off of that, Pretty good one. Well, it can't be a party without this next book. This next book is a party hardy. Darkhawk #1. First full appearance of Darkhawk. Mike Maley art. Always a good character, interesting character. Everybody says, is he going to show up in the movies? If he's not going to show up in the movies, you know what I'm saying? I I believe one of these days he will show up in the movie, and this book will just go bananas. You know what I'm saying? Bananas. Anyway, $12 minus the 20% cent off. So okay, enough, enough, enough talking. Probably the book. Now it's time for the book that paid for the trip itself. The book that paid for itself. So made the whole trip. Made the whole trip. You know what I'm saying? Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Venom #1. Well, this Venom doesn't really go for much unless it's my favorite thing in the whole wide world, a newsstand. Yep, this is a newsstand. I paid $16 for this book. It's really nice shape. Let me give you a little bit backstory. The guy that I went to go to the sale, he just bought a collection, and I guess the guy who passed away collected newsstands off the rack, and it was just not one newsstand; it was like 3 or 4 newsstands off the rack. Let me tell you something. He then showed me what he had in his little black box that he had, and he pulled out not one, not two, but 3 copies of Spawn 1 newsstand editions. Blew my mind because you never see those Spawn newsstand, and they were all in good condition, and I'm hoping he takes care of that. I hope he takes care of that. Gets it through CGC and stuff. So, all right, guys, that's my haul. That is my haul for this week. In 2 weeks, I will have another haul for you guys. So stay tuned. And the top three of my PC will be back on Monday. Like I said, the car trouble that I had has just it wasn't as bad as it seems. I was under a lot of pressure that night, so I wrote from the heart. What you suspect. So, all right. Well, time to go, guys. This is Deal Wolf or Ken. Ken, does that matter? Signing out, and have a good night, guys, and keep on hunting.